What's up, y'all? Today we have a total body mobility. We're going to do 45 seconds of the movement with 15 seconds of rest. I'll have the movement that's coming up so you'll know what to expect. But we're going to start out just warming up our wrists. So go ahead and get on all fours. Face the palms down, fingers away from you. And then you're just going to shift your weight forward slightly. All right. So let's go ahead and shift the weight. You're doing just as much as feels good to you. And then you're just going to release. And you're shifting that weight. And as you come back, go ahead and lift the wrist. Shift forward, back, and a slight lift. Let's keep it here. Good. So next we're just going into a figure eight. So you're just going to take the wrists and do them in a figure eight position. All right. I have a little crack in here. But you're really exaggerating the movement so you can get into the wrists, especially if you're sitting at a desk for a long period of time. It's a good motion to do. From here, we're going to go into shoulder rolls. Okay. So you're going to have you can sit back on your knees if that's comfortable. You're just going to have the shoulders down to your side straight. And then you're just going to roll the shoulders all the way back. Reach them forward and rolling them all the way back. So let's go about halfway going forward. We're doing both arms at the same time, avoiding moving any other part of your body. And then go ahead and shift forward. Few more seconds. Going on to all fours. Again, knees are under hips, hands are under shoulders, and we're going into our cat-cow. So you're going to initiate at the bottom, so lifting up the hips, low back, middle back, upper back, drop the head, and then you're going to uncurl the same way. And then you're just going to exaggerate the movement. Push up. You can also go head first, upper back, middle back, low back. But whichever way you go, just try to articulate from top to bottom. So I'm uncurling my head first now. Okay, from here, you're going to stay in the same position, and we're just going to protract and retract our scapula. So it's going to look like you're dipping down as you retract, and as you press into the mat, you protract. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Controlling the body. Don't just dump into your shoulder blades. You're actively protracting as you push away and retracting as you go down. The rest of your body is stable. From here, we're going to go into our lateral cat. So you're just going to look behind you and you're flexing the spine sideways as you look behind you. Okay, and then you're going to take it and look the opposite way. Let's do that now. Don't always get a lot of lateral movement in the spine. So this should feel good. Maybe a little tight. That's okay. Okay, come on back to the knees. We're just tilting our head to the right. This way. You're going to take your left arm behind your back, palm facing out. And then you're just going to tilt the head, slightly pull on the head, and then look in a downward rotation, and then looking straight in front of you. So downward rotation. As you downwardly rotate, you feel that stretch in the neck. Let me turn this way. You should feel the stretch in your neck, your your traps. So you're not tugging. It's just a slight pull, just so you can feel that stretch. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side coming up here. So take that right arm. That palm should be facing out. Tilt the head. Gently pull. I'm going to go here in a couple seconds. Downwardly look. Come back straight. Going into our spinal waves. So you can do these on your knees, but you're just going to start in the back or child's pose position and then roll your body up and look up. Then you're going to tuck the head, press it on back. So you're rolling your body as though it's a wave. You're going to push up and roll back. And then you can come up onto your toes. And do that same movement. I think this is one of my favorites. Just feels good. And you're just rolling through. Good. Go ahead and lay all the way down. Going into our breaststroke position. So palms facing you. Engage the glutes. And you're just going to exaggerate as you come up off of the ground. Reaching the fingertips towards the toes. And then roll the shoulders back toward the floor. Roll them away. And reach. Roll them forward. Roll them away and back. Down towards the toes. Actively engaging the glutes and the abdominals. Keeping your head and neck in line. Okay. From here, go ahead and push back into a shell stretch. And then stay in that child's pose. And then you're just going to lift your right arm and left arm off of the ground. Hovering it, keeping it straight. So you're lifting up through the shoulder. Right, left. Okay. Come on up. Land on your side. Bend the knees. Arms out in front of you. And we're just going to do a T-spine opener. So you're just going to rotate the upper body towards the opposite wall and close it up. So we're opening, closing it up. Similar to our stretch when we warm up when we do Pilates. Just slightly different. But you're feeling that stretch through the upper back and even the chest. From here, stay in that same position. And you're going to sweep the arm around you as if you're a clock on the wall. So just relax through this. Can't remember. I'm supposed to be like this. So you're bending the top leg and extending the bottom leg long. So sorry about that. And the goal is to keep your hand on the floor. So you're really feeling this stretch through the shoulder. It's like you're drawing a half circle here. Okay? So from here, flip over on your back. Going into glute bridges. So you're lifting the hips straight off of the ground. And think lift straight up. Don't shift. So you can get into the glute. Your knees are shooting towards the opposite wall. And you're keeping your torso in one long line. So you're trying not to arch the back too much. Of course, it'll depend on how flexible you are. But you do want to keep your rib cage engaged. Keep your abdominal connection. Okay. From here, you're going to lift up your right leg. And we're just going to bend and extend. We're going to flex the foot and do a leg extension. So we're going to flex and bend. If you're able, you can extend that left leg long and that'll get you a deeper stretch here. And you're feeling that stretch behind the knee and your hamstring. If you're able, you can go no hands. Using your hands is a little bit of an assist. I'm working towards knots. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and do the other side. So we're gonna lift up. Remember, your modification, both knees are bent. If not, you can extend it long on the mat. Hand comes behind the leg, behind the thigh, if needed. Or you can extend and bend, just using the muscles, no assist. Extending that leg long towards the ceiling. Avoid moving the knee. Everything, this part of your leg stays in the same position. Okay. Hip circles. So extend that right leg. You're going to bend the left knee towards you. And then just rotate at the hip as far as you can without pain or a whole lot of popping. We're just doing leg circles. So you're going to bend it in, and then when you bend it, coming back around. So we're going to switch each time. Same leg, but switching up the rotation. Bend it in. Get as deep range of motion as you can. And then switch it, keeping the hips on the floor. Okay, we're going to do that other leg. Bending the right leg in towards you. Movement through the hip. So working on just moving the hip, keeping both glutes on the floor. Really focus on the movement. Get as much range of motion as you can. Controlled. And from here, we'll go to the other side for our T-spine openers. Okay, so you're going to just flip over. Remember, for this one, both knees are bent. And we're just going to open up and rotate. All right. So rotating at the upper spine. Really feeling that through here and in our spine. Close it up. From here, we go into the shoulder clocks, I like to call them. Okay, so go ahead and extend that bottom leg long. Let that top leg fall over. And we're just going to sweep the arm all the way around. The goal is to keep that arm on the ground. Feel that stretch through the shoulder joint. Nice and controlled. Great thing about mobility is everybody's different and you can see where you need improvement. And you can start to experience that improvement pretty quickly. All right. So let's come on up. Got a couple more here. Legs out flat, and we're just gonna shift forward, rotate, and come up. So this is called the pancake. You're just flexing forward as far as you can, staying low from left to right, and then sweeping back right to left. Try to keep the back flat. From here, we'll go into some hip openers, and we'll be done. Okay, for the hip openers, you're just gonna bend the knees. I'm gonna start here, and then you're just gonna shift the hips open, keeping the feet on the floor. Try not to shift. Trying to sit straight up so you really stay into the hips. For the last few seconds, let's add that external rotation. So you're gonna lift up that leg, that top thigh, and then switch. Go ahead and open up that top thigh, externally rotate, and switch. Let's get one more out. Good. All right, y'all. So that's it for our total body mobility today. I will see y'all at the next workout.